Welcome back to Tank Time, where I teach you how to lower your score without having to work on your golf swing. On today's agenda, we're going to start your journey into becoming a master putter. If your friends or playing partners are making you putt this out, it's because your friends think you're a bad putter. Even my enemies wouldn't ask me to finish this because they know I would never miss. So what is the common saying they have for putting? Drive for show and putt for dough. That's correct. 3 bad shots, 4 bad shots, even 5 bad shots can be saved by 1 good putt. So let's get you good at putting so your friends can stop taking advantage of you. You can't build a big building if you have a weak foundation. So let's get started with your putting fundamentals. So I'm going to start off by saying putting is a very personal thing. What you see and how you feel is very important with putting because it's so feel-oriented. But that is not to say you don't need to have good fundamentals to become a master putter. So, very much like chipping, we want to have our upper arms tucked in close to our body because we're trying to eliminate as many joints and movement as possible. We don't want to be putting like this. There's too many variables and too many joints in play to make this a consistent putt. Some people may say that you do not move your wrists at all in putting. I would have to disagree with that. You need to allow the club head to release just a little bit. And to do that, you have to hinge your wrist a tiny bit. The feel that I use is my right hand passes over my left hand. This is why I prefer the traditional grip as opposed to left hand low. As you know, I'm very much a go with the flow player. I do not want to go against the grain. And I think having a left hand low grip is against the grain. So when you're following through, the right side has to get to the left side. When your left side is in front of the right side, I find that you have a tendency to cut the putt with a left hand low grip. But again, if a left hand low grip works for you and you have found a way to use it, then by all means. Putting is entirely personal. So this is what it looks like if you only use your hands to putt. And this is what it looks like if you don't use your hands to putt at all. And this is what it looks like when you have a little combination of both. When you're able to release the club head, you don't have to take a very big stroke. That's why you don't see a lot of PGA or LPGA players putting with really big arcs in their putting stroke. It's going to be pretty small and efficient. They're still using their core to take the putter back, but they're using their hands to increase the arc of the putter head. That's going to create a little more speed and power through the ball. A good way to find the feel of your stroke is to lift the putter in the air and rotate your body. This is how it should feel when you make a putting stroke. And then all you have to do is set up into putting posture and rock your shoulders the same way. The putter grip should always be pointing towards your belly button. In order for the putter grip to always point back to your belly button, you do need that wrist hinge. When we're set up in our putting stance, we want to imagine the butt of the putter pointing back to our belly button, and that'll give you the perfect amount of wrist hinge. The putter grip and holding the putter is going to be personal preference, but we want to have our hands pretty close together so you maintain a lot of control. I grip the putter like this. I overlap 2 fingers and I have a pretty standard grip. Putting requires a lot of feel. We don't want to grip the putter super tight and super tense because we're going to lose all the feel in our hands. The amount of grip pressure you should have is as if you were holding a baby bird. You don't want to strangle it to death and you don't want it to fly away. You want just enough pressure to keep that bird in your hands. So the ball position should be just ahead of center. That way, when you're putting, you're actually approaching the ball on the upwards movement of the arc. That's going to promote forward roll. If the ball is behind center, you're coming on a downstroke. That's actually going to pop the ball up. So the ball should be set up just ahead of center. So when you toss a ball, you don't toss it with a stiff arm like this. You have a little flick of your wrist to give you that feel. You're very relaxed and you don't have a lot of tension. That's the same thing as putting. We want to be able to release that putter head. If you are stiff and not allowing your wrists to move a little bit, you're going to be very rigid and have a difficult time getting the ball to roll. If you can't do this, or 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 this, then you have way too much tension in your hands. To get a feel of the putter head releasing, we're just gonna hold the putter with your right hand and you're gonna hover the putter in the air. This is gonna allow you to feel the weight of your putter head. And then you're just gonna knock it in. That's why we're not going much farther than 2 feet. Okay, this is just like a little knock-in. If you're too stiff, it's very difficult to do this. You want to be able to feel the weight of the putter head just rocking back and forth. When I first got on tour, I was not a great putter. I mean, I was good enough to get on the LPGA Tour, but I wasn't a great putter. And I knew that if I wanted to compete, I had to be better. So over the years, I've collected these drills to hone and maintain every part of your putting game to become a master putter. Stay tuned for my next episode where I give you some drills that will lead you on the path of becoming a master putter.